We are in one of the most diverse cities in the world that harbors people from every corner of the planet and creates a rich life of arts and culture. Some of the most exciting events that happen come straight from the flourishing Middle Eastern and North African communities, and Arabesque will bring you up and close these events every week. We will uncover unique creations and thought-provoking art right here in the UK. Welcome to Arabesque. Our first report comes from Artspace London, a new contemporary gallery exhibiting art from the Middle East. Originally founded in Dubai, it just opened its doors last year in London. We were there to catch the exhibition of world-renowned artist Halim Al Karim and his exhibition, Witness from Baghdad. Halim Al Karim's approach to his photography relies heavily on his past and trying to comprehend what happened to him and his country. His own personal view of people and of the world depicted in his work can be symbolically enlarged to incorporate general and international interpretations. Born in Iraq, he received his BA at the Baghdad Academy of Fine Arts, but was forced to flee in 1991 for political reasons. After spending a couple of years in Jordan, he then relocated to Amsterdam, where he continued studying at the prestigious Gerrit Rietveld Academy. He has exhibited his work around the world and won countless prizes and awards. Today, he divides his time between the US and Dubai, and with paintings up for sale in places such as the world-renowned Sochi Gallery, he has been internationally recognized for his photographic abstraction. And over the years created a body of work and a style that doesn't give a descriptive narrative, but rather a concealed vision of realities that are not acknowledged within his society. Halim Al Karim's life has been directed by a desire to avert the world's realities, and the originality of his work, by rendering his portraits out of focus or covered by a veil, emphasizes the dimension of secrecy of his subjects' lives. Concerned with the ongoing and unresolved issues in urban society, his striking works dwell on the evolving mentality behind these matters, especially those related to violence. He's asking the viewer to take the initiative and live the part of the image.
It's about unresolved issues related to violence, and these issues exist in all societies, in all nations.
Alongside his most iconic works, Witness from Baghdad showcases some of Al Karim's earliest photographs, when he first began experimenting with blurred visions of his subjects. For him, photography is the perfect medium in which to express himself, and he says that it retains anchors of our visual reality and can be manipulated to show altered states of mind. Compositionally out of focus, sometimes rendered more mysterious under a veil of silk, my photographs imply an uncertainty of context, time, and place, embodying the past, present, and future simultaneously.
I try to express the idea of people who are witnessing what's happening around them.
With his work perpetually bridging the gap between photographic reality and optical illusion, his creations strongly reflect the psychological desire to escape, as well as the ramifications of his dreams and his personal experience of love and war. The next report takes us to the Rich Mix Theatre in East London, where we went to see the strikingly funny solo performance I Heart Hamas by Palestinian-American Jennifer Jajeh. In her first solo theater show called I Heart Hamas and Other Things I'm Afraid to Tell You, we get to join her on American and Palestinian soil on auditions, bad dates, and across military checkpoints as she navigates the thorny terrain around Palestinian identity. Weaving together storytelling, multimedia, live theater, and pop culture references, she's fresh, often funny, and seemingly honest.
Hey, Jajeh. It's kind of a cool name. It's kind of unusual. You know, a couple of us were talking and we were just, we were wondering, like, what kind of name is Jajeh? Palestinian. Oh, whoa. You're not, like, religious, are you? Oh. I mean, it's cool if you are. We're equal opportunity here. We don't have a problem with that. Last month we hired a Persian. Yeah, so Sarah down in HR? Yeah, you might want to say hi to her when you're down there. I bet you two have a lot in common, considering you're both, you're both, yeah. Anyway, so we're cool, right, Jajeh? Yeah, well, welcome aboard.
Jennifer is based in San Francisco but has already toured 12 U.S. cities with her play before making its international debut at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Scotland. In its now 5th year of touring, the show has won acclaim from critics and audiences both in America and the UK.
Am I first generation? Yes, I actually am. No, there's not going to be any belly dancing in the show tonight, dude. It's not that kind of show. What's my name? Oh, it's Jennifer. What's my real name? No, it's Jennifer. I don't have an Arabic name. No, it's Jennifer. I swear. Jennifer Ann Catherine. And no, that's not a strange name for a Palestinian. There are actually Palestinians with all sorts of truly horrible names, like Tiffany and Amber and Melanie and Heather.
In addition to her work as an actor, Jennifer has produced and directed award-winning film and video projects. Her work has been profiled in all the major magazines in the U.S., such as the Huffington Post and San Francisco Chronicle, and numerous TV channels.
So, what am I? That seems to be the question on everybody's mind. I am a person. A very cheeky person. I'm a woman, obviously, an actress. I'm effusive and gregarious, or so I've been told. I'm single, a San Francisco native, a whiskey drinker. Oh, but that's not what you really mean when you ask me, what are you, right? You want to know where I'm from, that I'm Palestinian. And then maybe how I feel about that, or more importantly, how you feel about that. If I'm a Muslim, a terrorist, an Islamic fundamentalist, do I hate all Israelis? Do I really heart Hamas? Am I oppressed by the men in my culture? Do I know Osama bin Laden? Was I on the flotilla? Do I drink Osama bin Laden? How many guys named Muhammad do I know? Do I have sexy bacon? Wear a burqa!
Named one of Femme magazine's artists to watch, she has taken the next step with her talk show series In Bed with Jajeh, inviting artists and the likes to very casual and extremely funny interviews.
انتي بضلي مع ابني؟ ليش انتي تحكي عربي منيح؟ في واحد ايرشي تحكي عربي احسن منك. How come he does not come home at night? He stay in Ramallah? He's with you? Oh, Tariq, wallah, really. How come he's a good boy? Must stay here and work with his father. Why don't you marry في أمريكا؟ في ناس فلسطينية هناك؟ قديش عمرك انتي؟ Woof! Too old. Must marry soon, but how come he can't marry you? He must marry Muslim girl, his cousin. But maybe you'll be his second wife.
With a unique and inviting energy, Jennifer Jajeh shines through both the stage and the screen and is a highly welcomed, fresh creative force to be reckoned with.
شو بدك؟ شو؟ مش فاهمة. بندورة؟ لا, where are you from? Your Arabic is terrible. No, you're not from here. أهلك من رام الله؟ Dormi. Huh. I know your family. You know they were our neighbors. Maybe I went to school with your dad. أهلاً وسهلاً. Yes, I thought you were Espanoli or something. شكلك مش فلسطينية. What part of Palestine am I from? Great question. So I'm from Ramallah. It's a big city. It's in the news a lot. You might have heard of it. It's in the eastern part of the country in what's called the West Bank, which is, yeah, I know it's kind of confusing because it's in the east and it's the west. You know what? Why don't I just show you on a map? So Palestine is right over here. Oh wait, it's not labeled on this map. Do we have another map back there we can use? No, it's not on this map either. Is there another map we can use, please? Is there, excuse me, is there another map, please? No, another map. Next. No, is there another map? No other maps? I don't know how I'm supposed to show you where I'm from if it's not even labeled on the map. I mean, it's there. Palestine is there. I know. I've been there. It's like right over here. I guess you're just gonna have to take my word for it for now.
With the current ongoing conflicts in the Middle East, the threat of global terrorism, and the never-ending negotiations and hostilities between Israelis and Palestinians, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by all of the bad international news. That's exactly how writer and performer Jennifer Jajeh feels. And to make matters worse, Jennifer is Palestinian. Well, Palestine-American. Or more precisely, a single Christian first-generation Palestinian-American woman who chose to return to her parents' hometown of Ramallah at the start of the Second Intifada, and to her parents' dismay, stay there all through.
This book traces my family history back to the 1550s. To Sabra and his family that fled to Ramallah to protect their religious identity as Christians and the virtue of their daughter. Every member of this community was descended from that man and his family. And I am related to every single person in this book. This one is my father's family tree. It traces back all of his ancestors. That's my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and that's my dad. And that's my mom's family tree. It goes back 15 generations. For the last 450 years, my entire family line has been documented. We are the people of Ramallah, Palestine. But there won't be another edition of this book, because most of the members of this community have fled Palestine. The history of this Christian community, as my grandfather, my father, my mom knew it, is over. I am the break in a 450-year chain. And as much as I have tried to leave it behind, I just can't seem to. So tell me, where does that leave me?
In the beautiful part of London that is Kensington lies the Mosaic Rooms, a culture center that showcases some of the most creative voices from the MENA regions. This particular evening, we had the chance to enjoy mesmerizing poetry. Here is an evening with writers from Palestine. The Mosaic Rooms in Kensington is guarded by the A.M. Kattah Foundation and offers a rich program including art exhibitions, film screenings, literary readings, lectures, and live events aimed at promoting Arab culture internationally and stimulating reflection and debate on the region's most pressing issues. This evening, the Mosaic Room offered us Writers from Palestine, an intriguing poetry reading by two up-and-coming young Palestinian poets, Asma Azizeh and Marwan Makhoul. There's nothing like poetry to capture our hearts and bring us together. These talented writers, who have the freedom of playing with words, can explain our existence in a universal manner that makes it irresistible to acknowledge how similar we are. Asma Azizeh won the A.M. Kattah Foundation's Young Writers Award in 2010 and published her first collection of poetry called Liwa in 2011. She was born in 1985 in Palestine and finished her BA in English Literature and Journalism from the University of Haifa in 2006.
مجلة بانيبال قامت بترجمة بعض القصائد التي نشرت في ديواني الأول ليوا، وهي قصائد قديمة. يعني انتهيت من كتابتها عام 2010 وحصل الكتاب على الجائزة عام 2010، ولكن منذ ذلك الحين حتى الآن يعني هنالك قصائد جديدة ذات ثيمات جديدة، ذات مواضيع جديدة، والآن أعمل على الكتاب الجديد. فهي عملياً قصائد قديمة ربما تتحدث أكثر عن تجارب وجودية أو عن مواقف وجودية، عن صور ربما فلسفية بعض الشيء، ولكن الآن أعمل على كتابة شيء ربما أكثر واقعي وأكثر ملموس.
Since 2004, she's been working as a journalist and written for a number of Palestinian and Arab newspapers. Currently a presenter of a Palestinian arts and culture program, she's also a lecturer in creative writing and editor of the poetry section at kadita.net. Azizeh's poems are delicate renderings of seemingly simple everyday things. Poems such as I Don't Belong to This Light or Wagner and My Grandmother are poems that reveal their images' simple beauty. Her poetry has been translated into English, German, Farsi, Swedish, Italian, and Hebrew.
أنا لا أرى في يعني استخدام كلمات عبرية مثلاً في بعض القصائد، يعني أنا لا أرى ضير في ذلك طالما أن يعني هنالك هدف، هنالك يعني غاية ومبرر مقنع لدى القارئ باستخدامها. يعني هنالك ربما قصيدة مثلا واحدة تتحدث عن جملة مكتوبة على جدار بيت فلسطيني مهجر في حيفا تقول هذه أرضي، ولكنها كتبت بالعبرية. كان أعتقد من المناسب جدا استخدام الكلمة العبرية لتأكيد أو ربما لتفسير أو على الأقل كي يرى أو كي يسمع القارئ كيف تقرأ هذه الكلمة وكيف يعلم الإسرائيليون أولادهم على نطقها، ربما على كتابتها. فهي ربما أعتقد أحيانا تضيف جمالية معينة للقصيدة ولا تؤثر على فحواها ولا تؤثر على مضمونها، طالما هي لا تؤثر على مضمونها والقصيدة أصلا كتبت بالعربية وهدفها بالعكس يعني تأكيد اللغة العربية وتأكيد الهوية العربية، فلا ضير في ذلك.
تعود إلينا ساحات حرب وجيوش، هؤلاء الذين اختفوا في قطع الحواسيب وصفحات الإنترنت يقاتلون الآن آلهتهم وأصدقائهم، يقولون كذبتم علينا وكذبت علينا الكتب. من حول الفاكهة إلى خلق ونحن نعصرها هنا بأيدينا ونسقي خطايانا لتنمو هكذا على سجية المقاتلين النارية.
Born in 1979, Marwan Makhoul currently lives in the town of Malat in Israel, where he now works as a civil engineer and is the director of a construction company. His first book of poetry was published in 2007, with added editions published in 2012. 2009, he won the prize for Best Playwright in the Acre Theatre Festival.
نصوص اللي حضرت قصائدي أو نصوصي أو كتبي اللي حصلت جوائز كانت الأخيرة منها كتاب قبل الأخير أظن باسفلور الحزيني اللي حصل على جائزة محمود درويش للشعراء الفلسطينيين ضمن احتفالية القدس عاصمة الثقافة العربية لعام 2009. طبعا هذا الكتاب صدر بعدة طبعات ونفذت من المكتبات، وكان فيه يتكلم عن خصوصية العرب الفلسطيني الذي يعيش في ظل الاحتلال.
Makul writes poetry that touches on political and social subjects but without defaulting to cliches. In his poems, he's careful to maintain a human and personal perspective, and many times his poems deal with day-to-day situations, seemingly mundane anecdotes that serve as microcosms of complexity for the precarious place he calls him. His poetry has been translated into English, Turkish, Italian, German, French, Serbian, and Hebrew.
عربي في مطار بن غوريون، قصيدة كان فيها أتخيل كان فيها عليها 1,000,000 مشاهدة في الفيسبوك وأكثر من 20,000 أو ما يقارب 20,000 مشاهدة في اليوتيوب. هاي القصيدة بسبب شهرتها هو اهتمام العالم في هي قصتها قصة العربي الذي يحاولون إذلاله في مطار بن غوريون من خلال التفتيش الأمني المهين للإنسان. هاي هي أهم قصيدة أو مش أهم قصيدة، أكثر قصائدي شهرة على الإطلاق.
سورة الإسراء من معراج أوردتي وتفسير الجلالين، ديوان أبي الطيب المتنبي وأختي مرام، صورة وحقيقة في آن، شال حريري يدثرني ويحميني من برد البعاد عن الأقارب، تبغ من عرابة البطوف دوخني إلى أن حشش المجهول وفي زعتر بلدي جل نار النار جليلي بهي حقيقي كافوري بخوري وأني حي مرجان حيف المشع المستديم المستنير مستريح في جيب عودتنا بلا سبب سوى أن عبدنا حسن نيتنا وأوثقنا النكبة السقطة والكلبة في الماضي وفي.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our show. Follow us next week when we continue roaming the city for the best artists that the MENA region has to offer right here in the UK. Until then, take good care. Next time on Arabesque, we check out the play Sour Lips, based on real-life events of a hoax blogger that fooled the entire world. The exhibition The Last of the Dictionary Men tells us a story of the Yemeni sailors who settled the northeast coast of England. And the heartbreaking documentary about the heroic man and his independent orphanage,